Welcome to the session. Today, we are going to map 6 structural boundaries that define price movement. Traders who only monitor naked price action, the raw fluctuation of individual candles, operate with an incomplete picture. That surface-level data obscures the market's true intent. Beneath that apparent chaos exists a structural architecture. These are proven equilibrium zones where buyer and seller forces collide and resolve. To find this architecture, we use a specific set of tools. Static support and resistance, we map linear trend lines, trailing moving averages, plot Fibonacci retracements, and institutional supply and demand zones. Mapping these specific boundaries takes the guesswork out of charting. It replaces emotional predictions with a rules-based system, allowing you to identify and execute on high-probability structural levels. The absolute baseline of market structure begins with static boundaries. These are fixed horizontal levels drawn exactly at previous swing points, marking major turning points in the market. This chart shows an established uptrend making a step-like progression. Notice the labeled swing points. The previous high acts as a temporary ceiling, capping the price. The immediate market state changes the moment price forcefully breaches that ceiling. This is the breakout. Breakouts often trap eager buyers. A sudden push through a boundary is deceptive and requires structural validation before you risk capital. We wait for validation. The market pulls back, dropping precisely to retest the exact horizontal line it just broke out from. This specific mechanic is the roll flip. The price coordinate that previously acted as resistance has now officially converted into a new support level. Understanding the mechanics of the roll flip allows you to stop blindly chasing those aggressive, volatile breakouts. Instead, you objectively identify the primary low-risk entry zones as price settles back into structure. Markets adhere to linear diagonal boundaries as momentum carries them higher or lower, creating a predictable slope for price action. Looking at this chart, we establish a valid diagonal trend line by following a strict rule. We must connect a minimum of 2 distinct swing highs without forcing the line to fit the data. To filter out localized noise and false signals, you apply this rule on higher timeframes, specifically the daily or 4-hour charts. Once drawn, that trend line projects an invisible barrier into the future. Notice the subsequent attempts to rally. The price rejects exactly off our extended red line, proving the diagonal resistance holds weight. Mastering linear boundaries gives you the exact coordinates to proactively predict the origin point of a trend's next impulsive move before it even occurs. Static and linear boundaries require readable swing points. When a market trends oppressively, the price action is too steep to form those horizontal floors and ceilings. To measure an aggressive trend, we apply the 8 and 21 period moving averages. This chart tracks a heavy downtrend. Look at the red 21 period moving average curving smoothly downward. This is a dynamic boundary. It adaptively trails the price, acting as continuous resistance in a downtrend and continuous support in an uptrend. Even in steep drops, the market eventually needs to relieve pressure. Price will sharply snap back up to test this moving average. Look specifically here, inside the green box. The price rallies directly into the 21 period moving average and immediately prints a bearish pin bar, a clear rejection signal triggered by that dynamic boundary. When traditional horizontal architecture is absent, dynamic boundaries keep you mathematically anchored to the raw, ongoing momentum of the trend. Market volume moves in distinct waves. A heavy, impulsive thrust is almost always followed by a mathematically proportional retracement as traders take profit. This visual plots a massive downward impulse. We anchor our Fibonacci measurement tool from the absolute top of the swing high down to the bottom of the swing low. The market consistently respects 2 specific mathematical depths, the 50% and 61% retracement zones. These specific percentages matter because major market participants and automated trading algorithms calculate exact retracement depths to stage their orders. The price predictably pulls back up into this exact golden pocket and stalls at the 61% line. It forms a bearish engulfing bar, signaling the retracement is mathematically exhausted. Identifying these proportional boundaries allows you to secure mathematically superior entry pricing, actively optimizing your risk-to-reward ratio before placing a trade. The final structural elements are supply and demand zones. These are massive, visible footprints left behind by institutional order accumulation. Finding these zones starts at the macro level. You must apply the top-down rule. Locate a tight consolidation box on a high timeframe weekly chart first, before zooming into a daily chart to plan your execution. The primary visual evidence of a valence zone is momentum. The price action must have originally left that consolidation area with an intense, explosive surge in volume. Validating supply and demand zones ensures that you, as a retail trader, are exclusively aligning your capital alongside the footprint of institutional volume. Professional technical analysis requires overlapping data. Relying on any single boundary or indicator in isolation is insufficient. The ultimate objective of charting is confluence. Confluence is the strategic stacking of multiple independent structural boundaries at one single price coordinate. We begin by locating a flipped support level. Next, we map the trajectory of a diagonal trend line intersecting that exact horizontal coordinate. We then trace a dynamic moving average passing directly through that exact same nexus. We confirm the zone with a mathematical boundary, dropping our Fibonacci tool to reveal the 50. The market is confirming the level across static, linear, dynamic, and proportional metrics all at once. But probability is not certainty. Technical analysis stacks the odds. It never guarantees an outcome. Risk management remains mandatory. Our job isn't to predict the future. Our job is to let the market define its own geometry, exercise the patience to wait for price to reach high confluence zones, and execute strictly when the math dictates the odds are heavily in our favor.